Nei, den 22.
Hei, Evie.
Men bursdagen den 17. nå neste helg.
Ja, men det er ikke noe... Ikke president her.
Nei, det er ikke det. Men jeg sier at en av dem er 24 barn, pluss Turtle Beach-rommet, nei, PlayStation-rommet, som skal ha VR i tillegg. Altså, jeg er den eneste som kan noe. Nei, den 22.
Hei, Evie.
Men bursdagen blir nå neste helg. We live?
We are live. Hi. So this is me, Sydney. Okay, bye.
Hello.
And who are you?
I'm Fabian. I am the CEO of House Nerds. I made that title myself. It basically means Chief Executive Birthday Officer. I do the birthday parties
from this afternoon. And here is...
My name is Vegard Skjefstad. I'm one of the founders of the House of Nerds. So, been around, had a vision, worked together with other people, and worked hard to make it the last couple of years.
Thank you. The wife is diving away. That was the wife. And the dog. So, here we go. Because I started the stream in the middle of a conversation, which was really interesting. You were saying, okay, first of all, I sneakily streamed this birthday party this afternoon. It was a 1 minute stream, and the kids are not really recognizable. So just to show that they actually have birthdays here, let's make this bigger.
We live?
We are live. Hi. So this is me, Sydney. Okay, bye.
Hello.
And who are you?
I'm Fabian. I am the CEO of House Nerds.
We're watching
I made
people are
that
watching
title
us
myself.
watching ourselves, and then later they will be watching us watching ourselves watching ourselves.
Here we go. So that's better. So kids actually have birthday parties here, like 6-7-year-old kids.
No, from 8 until 15, 16.
Okay.
So that's when they start to do other things for their birthdays.
Then they come to us to have bachelor parties and like friends parties, stuff like that instead.
Also, but they play like in the lounge. That we're gonna show this place later on because this is a surprise happening. But it's really big, and they have festival like special rooms for the PlayStation, special rooms for what was it? Fnatic.
Turtle Beach.
Turtle Beach. That's it.
And we are opening a Logitech room.
That's it. Logitech.
Then we have Lions for the esports team, Lions, and then Big 3, which is also stuff that we're waiting to see.
So 2 of Norway's biggest esport clubs is gonna have their HQ here and their boot camps, and with the Logitech partnership also comes all the benefits with all the different teams that Logitech sponsors. To say that Cloud9, which is one of the biggest esports
team
in the world, their major sponsor is Logitech. So if they're playing in LCS in Berlin or in Katowice, they will have their boot camp here because they have this is their HQ.
And it's like we work a little bit better on stuff like trying to make things call it more selective, a little bit higher quality, instead of just having like all the basement
Cloud9 is high quality.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But I mean, we have a member of the board who's one of the owners of NIP. So
what's that?
Ninjas in Pajamas.
The Swedish.
Sorry.
And Fnatic. So.
But no, Ninjas in Pajamas.
So.
Do they still exist? That was Misery's old team.
NIP is still like.
They still.
It's basically like Fnatic in Sweden and Europe and Scandinavia. You have Fnatic, NIP, and those are the most recognizable Scandinavian teams.
But now there's Planet Odd.
Yeah.
Misery and Resolution.
Yeah. And there's a lot of new one coming up, but it depends if you follow League of Legends, if you follow Counter-Strike. So it depends on what you follow.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, the biggest in Norway, definitely, and it's been for a while, is CS. But the
Counter-Strike community in Norway is bigger than the League of Legends community.
But 2 years ago, we started having a league here, and then CS was on the rise, but still trying to break through versus Dota and Legends. Now it's, CS all the way almost.
Yeah.
Just like even some of the events have problems. Like one of the bigger computer parties in the southern part of Norway had like say, well, so few competing teams signed up for the competitions that say, well, if you really want the tournament, then you need more teams.
Okay.
So
for
it's not a problem
because it's on the decline. Because
But that's
as
because
teams,
that's
As a team, as not as popularity, but there's less teams.
But that's really funny because it's the most played game in the world, like 100 million a month. But still, not in Norway, and there are no. There, it's hard to find complete teams in Norway. Or hard, but harder.
It is kind of.
So what makes CS a Norwegian game?
Because it's more of the Scandinavian game, and it the kind
you
of
get to shoot people.
you get to shoot
Yeah.
people. That's fun.
Nice, always
and
cool.
most of the
Yeah, but it's cool Call of Duty as well. But that's not really
Well,
an esports game, Call of Duty, because it misses the bonuses, the money earning
yeah,
thing.
especially in the in Norway and probably also Sweden.
Yeah.
The teams which consists of Counter-Strike players,
Mm-hmm.
they are more built up, more professional than some of the other League of Legends teams that are around. Because most of the League of Legends teams consists of teenagers and that sort of people who are young, who most of them qualify for bigger European tournaments, but when they have to deliver their ID, they are 15 and 16 years old, and you have to be 17 and 18 to.
There is sort of a barrier. Is like the thing is that if you are playing league,
Yeah.
you need to be of a certain rank, and the rank is called your individual rank before somebody will even look at you.
Yes.
Right. If you play CS, you don't really have a rank in the same way. So you can join up with a team, you can play with other players. Of course, you need to have a reputation, but it's not the same thing. You're not ranked so definedly, so
it's more accessible.
It's
that
like
way.
you might be ranked number 990, but it doesn't matter because you fit in as a team player in that slot.
Okay,
And you can do other sports as well. It's like and the rank, because it's so individual, doesn't make you the best player, and you really have to be at that level before you're selected. A comparison you can always do is like with soccer. It would be saying that you're ranking everybody on how many goals you score, and you can't pick good defenders on using that rank.
Yeah, get it.
And that's why the CS just gets a bigger rating, because you're able to jump into a team and try yourself out in different positions without having that individual ranking bogging you down.
Yeah, get it.
Of course.
Logical though.
Yeah. But you of course have bigger heroes like that.
Who are like, for example, we had Face Clan, which is one of the world's biggest esport organizations, which do Call of Duty and also Counter-Strike. They had their boot camp here for 2 weeks. So they had their own chef that you cook them food. They wasn't allowed to drink alcohol, energy drinks, eat kebab or any junk food. They had the salad and all those things, and they were cracking the whole day, and then they went to bed at about 11. Slept and woke up 7 o'clock and came to practice for the whole day until the tournament.
But that's the only way almost now to do it, because even what you're describing now, it's far less than what the Chinese are doing and the Koreans are doing to prepare, because that's inhuman almost.
They practice and how they
practice,
practice the esports system in the different organizations have really strict rules. Bedtimes. If you don't perform, you will get thrown out, and you have nowhere to live.
No.
And again, it's like the esports in Scandinavia, well, pet peeve over a long period of time. Also, starting the gathering and stuff like that. It's like you have a foundation, like a basic thing in Norway called doing something on dugnad.
On what?
Dugnad.
Dugnad.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Norwegian,
not a
Swedish
cracker.
word. And the thing is that you'll just band together as a group.
Yeah.
And you have this in like building societies. So one day of the year, everybody in the building society will just join up and try to make the place nice. If you are in a soccer team, you will do things to make money on dugnad, to raise money for the team. And everybody, there's not even like a expectancy that you participate. It is just something you do. It's just ingrained.
Yeah.
So when you start something, people are willing to chip in. They're willing to do something for just being part of something greater than themselves. And this is a very unique thing in the Nordic area, because I've seen other bigger events starting up in France, Germany, in the US as well. We can have a group of maybe 10, 20 people, but once you go beyond that, it's a little bit what's in it for me. They want something specific for themselves. And that makes it difficult to build good associations of any sort, even esport, to put it that way. And because we have a lot of people coming from other sports, one of my good stories about Counter-Strike is that they have Hiram, He was an ice hockey player, got injured, started playing CS. He played CS before too. But he applied the same sort of practice rules, the same sort of mindset going into CS, and became the, arguably the best CS player of all time. I mean, being the first one into the Hall of Fame in esports is, of course, cherished around the world. And it's the same thing. He came from a place where he just did what he was supposed to be doing, and that's participate in this Dugnad thing. And of course, later on, you get something solid. You don't sort of throw the baby out with the bathwater. You keep going. And then you've done that for 5-10 years, then you can build, call it a professional team on top of it. Then you can build, an organization around it that makes money, and then you can do it so really fast. And that's why some of the, especially the Swedish teams, of course, have made it ultra huge around the world.
This is really interesting because it's the Dugnad thing. It's working and sharing
in a community, in
your
community
without asking back.
Without earning anything, because you're doing something for the community.
I was having this interview with a Dutch organization, and now on a Belgium LAN, a big LAN with a couple of Dutch organizations, and their complaint was there is no working together. Because I asked them, why are you still on Dutch level? You've been at it for years. Why haven't you gone international? Why didn't you grow? Where is the business coming in? What's happening here? And one of the complaints was that there is no working together. It's not that they don't want to work together, but it doesn't enter their mind to work together and be big. And Holland is really a backward country in esports. And now you're describing this Dugnad, which is working together, and you're one of the biggest. So this is a big lesson to be learned, actually.
Yeah, and I'll add on to that. It's like, you can complain, about how things are done, call it on the Nordic area as well, about, how we've done it in Norway. And sometimes you will play, call it counteractive to each other, because you need the band together to make it. But most of it all, and this goes for any country where, esports isn't as developed. As Sweden, definitely A-list country. Norway is still a C country, maybe a very weak B if you even count it, but it has the potential to make it big.
Yeah.
Korea and China, of course, crazy like hell. But when you go in there, you need to sacrifice. That means that, if you have 10 people, you can't have 10 different opinions and try to do 10 things at the same time.
No.
You have to go into a meeting and say, you know what, we're going to do 1 or 2, maybe 3 good things, and then we're going to everybody focus on it. And then you can make something big of it, and then you build sort of the cake bigger. So instead of having 1,000 people interested, where you have 300, you have 400, I have 300, we have 10,000 people, and then it actually might be him having 4,000, you 3,000, me 3,000, and it's not unfair that he got 4,000. It doesn't matter, because your cake is still 8 times what it was. You need to build it together to make it stick. And there's a lot of infighting in any community. I've seen it in the demo scene. I've seen it in the games industry, stuff like that. And you need to stop tackling each other and start
working together, because people,
everybody out there.
His example is really good, because a lot of people in Norway, that is what has killed a lot of esports teams, because okay, he did this, and some might say that the thing Jonas, for example, did was just as good as what Daniel did, but Daniel could say 5,000 people, or he made the event better with what he came with, and then of course he makes more money, and then the other guy, he's getting less money, say, for the thing he did, and he's getting mad. But
he still gets more money than he did last month, but he makes less money than
the other guy, and he can't handle it.
Yeah.
So he's kind of bashing on the guy who made it so he also makes money.
It's so narrow-minded.
Yeah, narrow-minded. They don't think about the big picture. They don't care about anything else but themselves and how much they are making.
Yeah.
And
so here's the thing: if you have an event like, let's say, in Dutch, I know several over the years, is the things like, as a Dutch team, you have to contribute. You just have to make the best of it, because it doesn't matter if that Dutch, competition is less than a German one or a French one. You can say, well, this is small, whatever. Because if you help out, that little event might grow into something bigger, and your home market is always the one that are sort of willing to give you more resources. And the resources might be money, but it will also be, place to stay, all of that stuff. And we see a lot of, call it, regular sports team giving their time and resources to esports team. A lot of it is, of course, FIFA, which for, call it, a normal esporter will be is batshit crazy, but it's what they understand.
Yeah.
And the thing is that they don't only give these people money and the freedom to sort of develop the skills, they also give them an organization. They give them a source, they give them a training regimen, they give them instructions on how to eat, how to be a better athlete.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter, you're an esports athlete, it's exactly the same as being a regular athlete in any other sports when it comes to being your sharpest, being your best.
Yeah.
And where we are seeing now a rise is FC Copenhagen picked up an esports team.
So they did?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And the thing is, that is when Manchester United has the esports team.
Yeah, the whole Dutch league has
and they starting to pick up, and that's gonna change the whole game, because now
That's
people
what I think.
who
Yeah.
were on the first hand, for example, Face Clan has this. They have a chef, a private chef that travels with them and makes their food. They have a chiropractician that massages them every day. Just as the football team, the players for FC Copenhagen, they have a masseuse doing their back every morning before they play.
Yeah.
So, and when they have played for 7 hours, they get another one. And
So it's getting
And of
more
course-
and more professional.
more and more professional,
Like,
and so people.
And the thing is that these teams already have it within their organization. They have it for the soccer players, they have it for the ice hockey players, they have it for handball. So doing it for an esports team doesn't, then you don't have to,
They don't have to buy. They don't have to establish that thing,
Yeah.
because they already have that
Yeah.
source, that
yeah.
resource.
Nice, nice.
And so that's
I
going to
think
change the.
I think so too.
The whole environment.
in Holland, two teams had. It all started in England actually. I think with Manchester and another team, and then the Dutch Premier League thought, okay, we can do this, and it started in August, and by February, all of the 25 teams have their own esports team, and they started the league in February, and it goes similar to the soccer league.
Yeah.
So when Ajax plays Rotterdam, the FIFA guys, Ajax and Rotterdam plays, but it's gonna change the image of.
Yes.
No,
Because,
no, and here's one of the big things. Again, lesson on how to do things. It's like, ask for, call it, the purity of esports. It's like, okay, that, let's say Ajax does FIFA. It doesn't do anything for a league team. It doesn't do anything for the Counter-Strike teams. I understand, but they don't understand CS. They don't understand leagues. They need to do something they understand. Do the FIFA. If the teams are professional and support this, then Ajax will be willing to invest in the other teams because they understand the method that they know and stuff.
Yeah,
The thing is that, again, about making it big and all of that stuff, it's like, good story which I always like. The first professional player I ever saw being a professional, meaning living off it and intending to live off it, was meeting Jonathan Wendell Fatality. He was here in Norway in 2004 for an event which I hosted, and it was fun. But this guy, he was up 6 a.m. in the morning, went jogging for 45 minutes, took a shower, ate breakfast, went to practice at 9 o'clock, studying, just the play of what are we going to do this day, making a plan for the day. He had a companion who's like, maybe ranked 15, 16 in the world. And they practiced, till lunch. We usually practice on being the underdog, because if you're fragged, you start up with no power-up, so the guy has health and all those stuff set up. And they said, everybody can shoot, and everybody likes to shoot, and you can be a great shot, and you'll make it to maybe top 200, top 100. Even more difficult today. This is back then.
Yeah.
But you will never make it to number one because you need to know the defense. You need to win matches, and you can only win if you can defend that lucky frag starting off with. Most matches back then ended 15-0, then 8-7. Just because of that difference you have in the abilities level, skills, and power-ups when you're getting there. So that's how we win. It's not fun,
No.
but it takes just that focus, that drive, that mentality, and that discipline for to make it into number one.
Yeah.
And any team, versus Norway or Sweden or anything, you need discipline. And if you're a great player, you don't fit in, and you lack the discipline, you will never make it to number one because you won't fit in.
Yeah.
Like that, you can. Even in soccer, again, like in comparison, it's like you can be the best you want to be, but if you can't play on a team, you will never make it. You can never win like that. There's a lot of players until you're 15 years old can win against an entire other team. You need 10 other players to sort of just catch the ball, and you're losing it, but you will never make it into the big leagues.
An addition
and that's what, if you don't make it into the big leagues, it's because you usually lack discipline if you have all the talent.
Yeah. Can I thank you for that, by the way? Because
I like to preach.
But especially children, they listen to so many different people, and they always remember stuff because it's what they need is words.
Yes.
But let me get the dog. How is this? How many esports bars are there? Let's call this a bar. It's not a bar, but let's call this a bar in Oslo. Are there not? This is it.
This is the only one in Norway currently, and Stavanger is the second one opening.
In the whole of Norway.
Because, like Vegard said, with the mindset of a dugnad. For example, I worked here. I met House of Nerds at Spill Expo, which is one of the biggest gaming conventions here, displaying new games and indie titles, indie games, and indie startups. So in the corner of the hall, there was this ugly booth with the ugly yellow text, and it was terrible. But the people there spoke so good about it, so I joined House Nerds in 2013, and I worked on it for about 2 years without getting any paid. I was going to school, and I'm 19, so I'm not that old. So I lived with my dad and had school, but on the spare time I did House Nerds just for the fun of it. And now I work full time, and I'm boss of my own. I'm my own boss of the birthday parties, of the games, and all that. So other places in Norway, they don't have that. There's a really few people that has that mentality that they can work and do something for a long time without getting paid, because their only intention, and of course you need money, you need something to live off, and especially in Norway, which is such an expensive country. But many other people haven't succeeded making something like this, or even just making an esports bar, because it's really difficult to build a community from the scratch up if you don't want to spend time and money, your own money and your own time building it.
Yeah, get it. But you're busy enough, but you're not in the city center.
No.
You're on the outskirts, but still you draw enough people in, because this is a huge place. So
750 square meters down here.
That's a lot.
Yes.
And especially but if you're the only one in the whole of Norway, well,
it's expensive to start, so we have that barrier where the competition we potentially can get will need to have a lot of money to succeed, and their first year might not be making them 100 million kroners. They might lose a couple of million kroners. And a lot of people, they don't want to take that risk because they want to make money on their investment.
Yeah.
And at least see a little bit of income.
There's no long-term view.
Here's the thing: it took 2 years, before we even got this place, just by looking around for it, setting up funding, before we could open the doors. Now it's been more than 2 years since we opened the doors. We sort of get the stock. I mean, normally 40% of, we call it the bars, restaurants in Norway close after year one because it's just too hard. So you need to, bite and scratch your way, just make it stick. And now we see that the hard work is starting to pay off. Like we had an event yesterday, which was like a games release for a new game, and they wanted to use us. They particularly did not want to use anybody else because they support our project.
And our
because it's like, we need this. We need this environment. It doesn't exist anywhere else, and then it's our obligation to use it. And of course, nobody, when you start off, as I said, our competition is not anything else apart from maybe Hard Rock cafes, what else, because we want to do the event. We have the retro games, we have like setups like that to the VR, and gaming. And you can come and have fun and just enjoy yourself, sit and relax, watch esports on the big screen. It doesn't really matter what you want to do. You're just going to be in a very open environment.
Yeah.
That's why we're called the House of Nerds, not the House of Games, in that sense. And just to do that with the ugly thing, it's like I'm going to do the ugly thing. So the logo is now royal blue and white. It used to be royal blue and yellow.
That didn't work.
Which is the most powerful
Swedish
combination
symbol.
of the colors in the world. But unfortunately, we're in Norway, and that's the yellow and the blue colors are the Swedish royal colors.
Even I got
it's
it.
never going to work in Norway.
Is that so? Is that the most powerful combination in the world? Yellow
Yes.
and blue?
That's why you chose this color.
Seriously, because I hate that combination.
Yeah,
Me too.
it's the most powerful.
So ugly.
It's the same color as you use in the presidential shield of the US.
Yeah, but that's like King's blue and gold.
Yeah.
That's not yellow and blue. It's ugly, but you know the deep King's blue and gold.
Yeah.
That's a whole different story.
These are OG House Nerd sweaters. This is from the first generation, so it's only me and Vegard, and I think there exists about 5 of them total because so many has been broken over the years. Now he is already.
Yeah, but that makes him cool. Yeah, that makes him cool. How did it go? Do we still have time?
Let's see. Yeah, we have 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Jaxie?
How did it go business-wise? You are a group of people, but did you have to go, for instance, to a bank to get a loan? How did business look on financing esports, which is not really well known yet? In 2014, you started maybe in 2013 with financing. That's 4 years ago, so it's harder. How was it difficult to get business, traditional business and esports together? Like the rent of the place, the booze,
the equipment.
Yeah.
To put it that way, if I tell you the truth and you understand it, you never want to do it yourself.
Yeah, but
that's how hard it is.
Yeah, but it's good to know.
We worked for 2 years and we were really lucky. It takes a lot of persuasion, and we pretty much only got one investor to start off with. That was the people owning this place. It used to be an aquarium.
That's
why all the steel beams are in the roof. And
show you later.
It used to be, so like the first thing you had to do was like have, eat all you want sushi, because we had to pick out all
the fish.
aquariums around. It still smells like fish in the basement, by the way. And so they were willing to invest into rebuilding the place, putting a lot of money into that. It's like maybe like 500,000 euros into reconstructing it. Of course, they would have to do something with no matter who else they wanted to have in here, but they were willing to do it with us. Because they believed in a vision, because they own also things like shopping centers. They know that young people are not going there anymore, so they want to go somewhere else. So that's their ideas. They really want to do that, and they want to buy an innovation that we want to be other places around Norway as well, for them place, or in the world for that matter. So that's how they wanted it. Then you talk to, call it, all the people who want to be with you. And even, as I said, with a 25-year track record, meaning, call it, nerddom and games business, it takes persuasions. We got some people aboard on like events like Turtle Beach, for instance, to provide equipment or something. We got PlayStation aboard, which I'm known for 15 years or something like that. So we were lucky and then being willing to support it to get that vision up and running. Yeah. Still, people are sitting on the fence, so we have to get in a little cash from ourselves, from our account. Then you have people that were in there to start off with falling off. They're not willing to chip in their own money to do so. Yeah. We had a guy who's probably the richest of all, and he then fell out of the company because he didn't want to chip in. So you need to believe it to go to the range of stupidity. To the range of stupidity.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Anybody who does business, watch Shark Tank if you want to learn it. Success is not built on, call it, skill or anything like that. In the end, you need to have that, but stupidity or just being a hard ass and never taking no for answer, that's the only thing that's going to make you survive like that. If nobody believes in what you're doing, you're probably doing the right thing. Okay. That's how it works. You need to truly believe it. And then you need to have the next lesson. You believe it will take, you open up, it will take 18 months. No. It's going to take 36 months because you're even close to being like that. I am when you talk to people like investors, you have to say, well, it takes a little while, and they're up and running. Then you have to like fudge it because they will never buy into it taking 3 years. You have to say it takes a year or two. But it really takes about 3 years to be successful, to get up and running, getting the word about it. We see we're gaining momentum here every month. We're having a better reach. We're being more known. So we know it has livelihood, to put it that way.
It's gonna work, but it's gonna cost so much money, and that's the. A lot of people have tried to make internet cafes, but they know that just doing that it's not enough.
Yeah.
So we have a bar, we have party rooms for people who wants to celebrate their birthday, their bachelor parties, their 30th birthday party, because they love video games, they love virtual reality. We have all the aspects as House of Nerds. If we were just doing just the gaming thingy, we wouldn't.
You could have one room.
You could have one room.
Yeah. Also, because you have these birthdays with 8-year-old kids,
Yes.
you know you have them in 20 years also because
yes,
they
because
grow.
we have I think now we have one that has celebrated the 3 birthdays here.
Yeah.
So the guy, he celebrated his 3rd birthday, so that he was here from 9, 10, and now he celebrated his 11th birthday.
And then
3 years in a row.
But that's cool. And then when he doesn't celebrate his birthday, he comes in with his friends.
And plays in the
So
gaming
that's
room.
a really smart move, starting off young, and you have them as a client for the coming 20 years.
And we rank ourselves as kind of the best place to have a birthday in Norway.
Yeah.
Because as a parent, you don't have to do anything. The only thing we want you or need you to do is deliver the kids, bring a cake, pay, and bring the kids home. You don't have to clean. You don't have to take care of the kids. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to serve the food. You don't even have to cut the cake.
If you don't do anything,
It's
you can
smart.
sit and game with the kids.
Yes, you can play with the kids.
Like that.
So what? So you get like 15 kids. It's 2 more minutes. 15 kids.
Yes.
One wants to play Mario Brothers.
Yes,
The other
and one wants
wants
to play Minecraft, and one wants to play a car game.
What are you gonna do?
They want to play together. That's it.
But our secret is that we don't force anybody to play anything, because if you have 10 kids and you force 10 of them to play FIFA,
it's disaster.
Then there's always 1 or 2 that doesn't like FIFA, and they're being forced to play it, and then it's no more fun.
No.
And then other people are gonna bite on their not having fun, and then you're just killing it. So if we say that they are in 2 rooms, say there are a group of 15, they have 2 rooms, a PlayStation room and a PC room. They can do whatever they want. If one wants to play Minecraft the whole birthday, he can play Minecraft for the whole birthday. And if there's one guy who wants to try out all the games, he can try out all the games. It's open, but they are
That's
the
such
boundaries
a cool
are.
concept.
Yes, because when we force them, I have celebrated over 300 birthdays.
Yeah.
Somewhere around that.
You still look sane, healthy.
Yeah.
His eyes still are okay.
Ladies, this is the most eligible bachelor you will ever meet because this guy knows how to handle kids.
Yes.
So and we have tried out, I think, about 10 people to also work with birthday parties. None of them are even close to doing the same job, because we have set we expect our employees, or I expect my employees to do birthday parties on the same level as me, meaning that there's never going to be any kid who's going to leave here sad or disappointed or anything like that. On the contrary, they already want to book their next birthday, or they want to come here the next weekend to play, or that's the thing. That's our mentality, and that's what we are here for. Not just make a quick buck and leave nothing.
I think because this is really well said to end this video for today, because he needs to go home. His boss is over there. She wants to go home.
My daughter has a birthday tomorrow, so she's really the boss.
Oh, okay, we're going. We're gonna round this up, and it's an excellent way to round it up. And we'll be back tomorrow, and then I'll show you the place, and we'll talk some more. Okay, peace. And now they can still hear us, like, because there's this 2 minute.